Hey everybody, this is Pete Bartolozzi welcoming you to another Nuggets, Gems, and Pearls from God's Word. Today's nugget is entitled The Established Heart, Part 7. So now let's take a look at verse 7 of the Established Heart chapter, Psalm 112, where it says, "He shall not be afraid of evil tidings. His heart is fixed, trusting in the Lord." The Hebrew word translated afraid here is the word for reverence, as used in the phrase, the fear of the Lord. In other words, we are not to give respect unto evil tidings. The word tidings here means news, reports, and even rumors. We are not to give heed to evil reports. Now, sometimes God prepares or warns his people of coming problems and even disaster. But we are not to give heed unto disaster itself as a course of action that we're to take, but we are to God. Even when evil reports come, you ask God whether it is legitimate or not, and if so, what course of action he would want us to take. I remember back in the turn of the century about the alleged Y2K bug. In such things, we are to ask God whether it is true or not, and what to do if such a case were so. And I wrote this back before Y2K. We were not to go prepare because of what people said would happen. That would be giving reverence or heed to the report, and we are clearly not to do that. And since it was not of God, that is, it was not so, it didn't happen, then it was an evil report because it was not of God. We're not to heed or give way to these things. Then it says his heart is fixed, which means a man who gives heed to evil reports does not have a fixed heart. Fixed means to stand sure or be stable. A man who does not set his beliefs and course of action based upon what God says does not stand sure and is not stable. Fixed is also defined as faithful, that is, one who is faithful to God's beliefs and course of action, faithful to seeking God for his answer and direction. It further means perfect or mature. A fixed heart is one that is mature spiritually, a man who has grown up in the things of God. Yet it also means prepared or make provision. This is a heart that has been prepared. Prepared in what way? Well, the next phrase says, trusting in the Lord. A man's heart must be prepared to trust in the Lord. Time with God and in his word is a necessity to growing up spiritually and preparing one's heart to trust God no matter what evil tidings come his way. As the psalmist said, "Therefore we will not fear, though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea." Trusting means to be bold, confident, secure, and sure. So a man's heart is to be prepared to be secure in God, to be confident and bold in the God of his salvation. And I offer this as something to think about today. Be blessed.